This is Tim, and this is Deconstructing Comics. Welcome to Deconstructing Comics. This is Tim in Tokyo. Kaigai Manga Festa, or International Comics Festival, was held here in Tokyo on October 23rd. As always, I was there, recorder in hand, to talk to some of our old friends tabling there and some new faces too. In this episode, we'll hear from Adam Passion, James Stacey, Victor Edison, now Yazawa, Question Number 6, Natalie Andrewson, and the creators of the image series Wayward, Stephen Cummings and Jim Zub, plus many more. But first, remember that you can help this podcast by making your Amazon purchases via deconstructingcomics.com/Amazon, and make that your bookmark for future purchases. We'll then get a percentage of what you spend. It costs you nothing extra and helps us cover web hosting and the other costs of presenting this show every week. More of you have been using this link lately, so thanks a lot for your support. And now, Kaigai Manga Festa 2016, Part 1. Be sure to follow along with all the photos and links in the show notes at deconstructingcomics.com. Okay, well, I just arrived at Kaigai Manga Festa, International Comics Fest, and let's see, this is the first one was, 2012, I think?
Maybe.
And 2013 was the first one I attended.
Okay.
So this is my fourth, and I'm here with...
James Stacey from Black Hook Press.
Right, and a co-host of Cat back in July.
Thanks for coming to that, Tim.
Yeah, sure.
Did you have a good time? Yeah?
Yeah, uh-huh.
Yeah.
A little bit smaller than this one. I only got one episode out of it.
Oh, okay. Well,
make it bigger next year so I get two out of it.
Yeah. We've got a couple of meetings with a couple of universities in the next month or so. Meiji, I shouldn't be saying this, and Temple. We're possibly going to move the event to September, so it'll be cooler and bigger.
Oh, yeah. The temperature was an issue.
Yeah. It's nice and cool
in that outer area of the building.
Yeah.
You go inside, it was cool, but yeah. Okay.
So I'm here today with my new imprint, Yo-Yo.
Yo-Yo, okay.
Yeah, Yo stands for 400 in Japanese.
Okay.
So the idea is we're going to do a 400 print run and they sell for 400 yen.
I see.
24 pages, full color, artists from Japan, UK and US.
Okay. Any particular genre or...
That's a good question. No, we just... Mini Kush. Have you seen the Mini Kush series? They sort of champion European, but recently they've had the likes of Michael DeForge has just done a Mini Kush. They publish kind of graphic novels and narrative, sequential art, comic books. So we've got stuff that we do with the gallery exhibitions that we hold in Asagaya. We've got stalwarts like James Harvey. And we're also looking at a bit of non-fiction. I've got a great little comic book here called Men in Heels. And it charts rock stars who wore heeled shoes in the 1970s and 1980s.
Okay.
So that's why I love that one at the moment. That's really worth a read, that one.
I see. Yeah, and I see you got... two stories from Eleanor Davis's How to Be Happy in this format.
That's taken us a long time. That's the third version of the print. I couldn't get it right. I wasn't happy with it. So this is going to be the final one. We just let Eleanor know today that it's out. There's only going to be 200 of that print run in Japanese. But
I see. This is in Japanese.
Yeah, we're looking to translate some Western comics into Japanese. And then in spring we've got Takashi Fukutani's book that sold 5 million copies in Japan in the 1980s. We're doing a translation of that into English.
Dokudami, what's that kanji?
Dokudami Tenement. We're changing the name. It's basically not a drifter. Drifter's the wrong word. A day worker in the 1980s who would go and do roadworks and then drink beer and try and chase women in the evening. It's quite a jolly little comic, that one. So who you come here to see? Is there anyone that you've seen in the catalogue that you're coming to see?
Well, so just like last year, TCAF brought along somebody who was on the podcast a few years ago by Skype. This year it's Matthew Forsyth.
Oh, cool.
So I'm looking forward to meeting him in person.
Yeah, that'll be good.
So how much of a success was Cat? I want to kind of go back to that a second.
Adam. I know you could
probably here's Adam. Adam Passion.
Adam was one of the co-organisers as well as myself and Ord Yukiko. Tim's asking how Cat went. I think it was a blinding success. I don't know about yourself.
I agree. I mean, I don't know I think by any metric that you measure it was a good success, but what I wanted it to be was like really community kind of building thing, and I think that was definitely the case. All of the people who exhibited, they all made friends with each other, and they're still keeping in contact with each other now. That was the biggest goal for me. I mean, our mandate was to make it educational and community-based. And obviously we wanted people to come away having sold comics and made some money, because you don't want to invest all your time and effort and creativity.
Yeah, come here at a loss.
Yeah.
Don't you want to come to our convention again?
So, but the feedback was people made money, they had a good time, they enjoyed the venue, so yeah, we're going to do it again. So
Okay. And how's Big Ugly Robot doing?
In general?
Yeah. Lele keeps saying, "Oh, well, let's talk about this latest comic I got from Adam on the podcast."
Yeah.
So.
Well, I think that might be just because, as far as I know, I'm probably the only person in Japan who's publishing things so regularly, like every month. But it's going well. I don't know. I don't have any specific comments, but
anything exciting that's coming out from you soon?
We just finished. We wrapped up the spring line of 2016, so we're ready to launch the winter collection soon, and that will have.
Sounds like a fashion thing.
Yeah.
The winter 2017 collection.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, so the winter line has some good books that I'm really excited about producing, and we're going to kickstart it this time. That's kind of an interesting distribution model, that a little bit different than what we've been doing. But
I see.
Yeah, hopefully that will allow me to pay artists more up front and get it out to people who aren't aware of it through the regular channels. So yeah, that's the big announcement, I guess.
Okay. Cool. So Black Hook and Big Ugly Robot are right next to each other here today, right?
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. Yep. Okay.
Yeah, we're bosom buddies now.
Well, as usual, I'm seeing a lot of familiar faces.
Oh, hello.
Hi, Victor Edison. How are you doing?
I'm doing all right, yeah.
Just getting started here today. Anything new from you? Did you get the latest year out yet?
No, this convention's a month earlier than usual, right? So the 2015 book's done, but I haven't done the cover yet, and all that. I wanted one more editing pass before I print it up. So they caught me unaware, so I threw this together really fast. So,
okay.
Peach Boy.
Peach Boy.
Which, as you probably know, is the Momotaro.
Yeah, Japanese folk tale.
Yeah, so just do that in English. Just put it in English and drew that.
All right, well, that's cool. Do something different from the diary comic.
Yeah, just try something out.
Cool. All right. And people who aren't at the festival today, how can they get a hold of this?
That's a really good question. You go to my website, my email's up there, and just send me an email and get that up.
Okay. Oh, and this is from Big Ugly Robot.
Yeah, it's we both put it out. I think so.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah, so that's a good point. Go to Big Ugly Robot, and you can get it there.
Okay. Great. And so the latest year you got here is 2014.
14, yeah.
And 2015 to be published soon?
Yeah, the 2015 strips are up on the site right now, and it'll be published soon, yeah. So next year.
And is that Big Ugly Robot also?
Nope, that's just myself.
Your own self-published?
Jihi Shupan, as they say in Japanese.
Okay, so that would be what, Life in Japan?
VictorEdison.com.
VictorEdison.com.
Yeah.
Okay, and another familiar face from Cat back in July. Chris, how do you pronounce your last name?
Carlier.
Carlier. Carlier.
Well,
okay.
I think it's supposed to be pronounced Carlier because it's French, but I'm British, so I changed it. Yeah.
Pronounce those R's.
Yeah.
Okay. So you just handed me a copy of Little in Japan.
Yeah.
And what's this about?
Well, it's just anecdote. Well, it's semi-autobiographical tales of being in Japan and trying to get by, and lots of disastrous dates, and teaching kids, and that kind of thing. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I see. Okay. And what's your website?
littleinjapan.com.
Okay.
And so I post comics on there too. Should have a new one up there in the next week or two.
Okay, and I'm sure that Malila and I will discuss this either on a deconstructing or critiquing comics episode. So
yeah. Okay, sounds good. Thanks. Yeah.
Hi, I recognize you from last year too, and your art also. Your name is?
I'm Rianti. Nice to meet you.
Rianti, yes. Okay. And you told me you got a new book out now. What's new here this year?
This time I make a compilation of my artwork. So it's like an art book, mini version of it. Like the past year, I always make my own storybook, but everybody keeps saying to me like, "Do you have an art book?" So this time, I kind of answering their requests. So yeah,
okay.
Here they are.
Now, see, you're doing illustration as a day job. Is that your day job, or?
I'm a concept artist in a video game industry. As a concept artist, like illustrators too, on the side.
Okay, and this is here in Tokyo.
Here, yes.
Yeah. Okay. Now, do you ever do any sequential artwork, comics, or?
Oh yeah, I make a simple Yonkoma mangas before.
4-panel comic, yeah.
Yes, and I also make storyboards in my work for animation or video games.
I see. Okay. And so, do you have any comics here that you've done, or you got your art book?
Yeah, just the art book for this time.
Okay. Your comics are on the web, or?
I'm planning to upload it on the web, but some of them is just work, so I cannot really upload it under my name. Unfortunately, yeah.
I see. Okay.
But,
so some rights issues, or?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. And what's your website?
It's Rianti Wong.tumblr.com. So you can take a look at that.
Okay, continuing the theme of familiar faces. Starts with R. Raynart, yes.
Yeah.
How are you doing?
Fine. I live in Japan now.
You live in Japan now? Okay, not France. Right, you're originally from France, right?
Yeah, that's right.
Okay. So you're both living here in Japan now?
Yeah.
Okay, great. What are you doing here?
We got our own company in Japan, and we work with animation studio.
Okay, wow, great. Okay. And you have anything new here today, or any new comics today?
Yeah, this one.
Astral Break. Okay, and what's this about?
This is about online games. Online, yeah.
Okay. It's in Japanese.
Yeah, this one is in Japanese.
Okay, cool. All right, well, good luck with your company in Japan.
Yeah, this is about my works, illustrations, comic books, and also creations of t-shirts with kimono patterns. Also, I design all the flowers and so.
Wow. Okay. Okay, and finally a new face, somebody I've never met before. What's your name?
My name is Anaïs, and my pen name is Goku.
Goku, okay. So what do you have here today? What kind of, this kind of manga, anime influenced type work, right?
Yeah, I have, so this year this is one short story that I made with my friend Raynart. He actually made a story for it, and I made the drawings. This is another one short story that I made with my cousin, and these two books are in English, and they are a series that I'm working on currently with, again, my cousin. and it's kind of shonen influence. Like everything is very shonen adventure action like.
I see. And where are you from originally?
France.
From France.
Yeah.
Okay. Are you living here in Japan or?
I live in California.
In California.
Since 2 years.
Okay.
Yeah.
I see. So what are you doing in California?
I'm a software engineer.
I see. Okay. Great. All right. And what's your website?
My website is actually you can find me on Facebook because my website is actually work in progress, and it's Goku Drawings on Facebook.
Goku
Drawings.
Yeah. On Facebook. Okay. What's your name?
I'm Jennaris.
Jennaris.
Yes.
Okay. All right. Yeah. Jennaris. And your name is?
Saeko Doyle.
Saeko Doyle. Okay. Now, where are you guys from?
I'm from Paris.
Paris.
France.
Okay.
Yes, me too.
All right. And tell me about the comics you have here today.
I'm showing for the first time in Japan an original comic that I drew. And
Okay,
the story,
and written by Raynart. Okay.
Yeah, the story is by him, and the art is by me.
I
And
see.
we collaborated together.
Time Impact. What's it about?
It's about a time travel agent that have to save Paris, but more generally Earth.
I see. Cool. All right. And Susan, what do you do?
Oh, I'm doing some doujinshi, original, and some fan book doujinshi.
Okay.
Yes.
Stop Smoking Kogami.
It's a doujinshi about psychopaths, an anime I like. So it's a fan book.
I see.
Yes.
Okay. But you're giving the character some advice? Is that health advice?
And this one is original manga I did it.
Okay. MPC.
Yeah.
What's that story about?
It's a story about a manager who help companies to increase their income. Sorry, I'm not good at English. And he will meet a girl when he works, but he hates love at work. So that's the story.
I see. So no inter-office romance.
Yes, he hates that.
I see.
Yes, but maybe she
it can be
change
problematic.
and-
Yes. I'm sorry. I just realized I called you Susan. Your name is Saeko.
Saeko, yes.
You have some Japanese background?
No, I'm French.
Okay.
Yes.
Saeko is a Japanese name.
Oh, it's my pen name.
Your pen name?
Yes.
I see. Okay.
I also did a hentai doujin
Okay. Yeah.
and some fan book.
I see. Okay. And what are your websites?
I'm on DNArt and Twitter and Instagram too.
Okay. Yeah. Jennaris. Okay. And Saeko, get your name right.
Yes, I'm on several Facebook, Twitter, and you have just to search Saeko Doyle and you will find me.
Okay. Now Yazawa is here. How are you doing?
Fine, thank you. I'm so glad to see you again here.
Is this your assistant, or is she exhibiting also, or?
Yes, my friend and my assistant and my a contributor. She
Okay.
contributed me our this year's book.
Okay. What's your name?
My name is Shinda.
Shina. Okay.
This is how it works.
So I see. So this is kind of a cooperative book here.
Yeah, it's kind of contributor.
Okay.
She gave us one drawing.
Oh, I recognize this word. This is Mark Egan. Yeah.
Yeah. You know him, right?
Right. Yeah. We've talked on the podcast before.
Sure.
Haven't met him in person. He's in some Scandinavian country.
Sorry?
What country does he live in? Norway?
Norway, yeah.
Yeah.
But he is Irish.
Irish.
I live
yes.
in Norway. It's kind of, and so I kind of via internet and in the real world. All my friend or this is their acquaintance together again and for this year. And this year, for some reason, there's a lot of American, Japanese, American, and Irish, something like. The half is more variety, but and U.S. is very large countries. So So not only something like one culture anyway. So it could be it's more. Still, we have the very various colors.
Okay, so you've got the new book, In Search of Lost Coffee.
Sure.
All right, which is cooperative of a number of people. Anything else? I remember this Moon and Blood series from before.
Yeah. Not so really quite new. If I say new, this one might be, and this one is the still reprinted. But I don't know if you knew it. It can be old work.
Okay.
But reprinted in for this.
So was this originally in Japanese?
Actually, I did it for the States. It's a very complicated story, but one Japanese company wanted to have something with the short manga title, something like transform things, and with the acting. But they're ambitious as they printed in the States for in American readers. So I did it the comic style. That makes me driving mad anyway. It's so hard work.
So hard to do it as like a Western comic?
Yeah, so it's not this horizontal, it's kind of horizontal way to write Japanese letter.
You have to think of writing the dialogue
and
horizontally.
Left to right.
And doing the panels like the opposite of how you normally would.
You have to flip in your mind. It was really tough work.
I've never tried that, I guess. I'm not sure how it would be to try to lay out a page.
Against your nature. Against your nature. It's not so really good for your health anyway. So I remember I tried, but eventually I gave it up. And anyway, I draw it the Japanese way first, and later flipped it. So a little bit confusing. So
I see.
Still, I forgot to flip.
Make a lot of people left-handed and then flip it.
Yeah. So it's all many more students from West. They said wanted to draw Japanese style. So they tried the Japanese style. And so I found a lot of flaws in it, but I understand it because from my experience, it really hurt if you do something against you.
I see. Interesting. I hadn't considered how hard that might be.
Yeah, but I never ever do it again.
Okay, great. And okay, so your site is your DeviantArt page, now Yazawa and DeviantArt.
Oh yeah. I have someone recommended to me, and this is not for my work, but happens I help Bulgarian anime convention. They held every year. They have every year the anime, a manga competition, and they asked me if I can be their judge. Could be their judge. So I try. I do. They translate their work for me in English. And I read it, and they gave some comment, and they gave the orders. So they gave me it as a gift. And then just put on here.
Manga contest winning entries. Okay.
Yeah, some East European people did it.
I see.
My name is Kay.
Kay, all right, and you are?
Monique.
Monique, okay.
Yeah.
And where are you from?
I'm from Australia.
Australia, okay.
Yeah. I'm from America.
From America,
yes.
Okay. And do you live in Japan, or you come here for this, or?
We actually work here, so we're currently living here. Yeah.
I see.
Yeah.
Okay, and what do you have here today?
I have my books and my postcards. I go under Laser Me Up, or Laser Move for short.
Laser Move,
yes.
Okay.
And they were made specifically for this, so
I see.
Very small amounts.
And DTG, what's this about?
So DTG is short for Death That Grows. So it's a small comic book about sort of like depression. And it's also about how people tend to say like, I'm fine, but they're not. I'm a psych major, so I tend to merge everything together. So that's mostly me.
I see. Okay, and Monique, what do you...
Oh, this is all K stuff?
This is all K stuff.
Yes,
You're
I'm
just
here
kind
Moral
of
Spot.
Supporting.
Yes, that's
I
right.
See. Okay. All right. And what's your website?
My website is lasermeup.tumblr.com.
Lasermeup.
Yes.
Okay. So that's the MU. Okay.
Yes.
Okay, got it. All right, thank you.
Thank you.
Should be on a podcast.
All right.
Snoop your shirt.
It's hot in here.
It is very hot in here.
Yeah, it's hotter than I thought. So, how are you doing, Chris?
Excellent. Thanks.
Yeah,
It's great to be here.
Chris Butcher from TCAF.
And let me introduce my co-founder of TCAF. This is Peter Burgamo, owner of The Beguiling in Toronto, Canada.
Okay, yeah, I don't think I met you before.
No,
nice to meet you. Good to see you. So, what do you think of Tokyo so far?
We've been coming pretty regularly, and it never grows tiresome.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you've been here before, or?
Yes, both to Japan and Tokyo, but also to the Kaigai. I think I've missed one.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Anything new here today?
Lots new, actually.
Yeah.
This year, we're really lucky to have a couple of Canadian cartoonists translated into Japanese already. Carl Kerschel is the artist on Gotham Academy, which was just published by Showpro. Jim Zub is the writer of Wayward with artist Stephen Cummings. And in addition to there being Japanese doujinshi of that, one of the stories that Jim just did that's a Harley Quinn story was translated into Japanese as well, which is pretty exciting. And then Matt Forsyth works on Adventure Time, and I think some of his work is in the Adventure Time graphic novels that have been coming out in Japanese as well.
Okay.
So in terms of like some of our guests, that's really exciting this year. We're happy to have some Japanese cartoonists, but we have lots of indie cartoonists as well, with Akumiya and Rui doing their work, and Ali, webcomic stuff. It's a good year, really diverse.
Okay. Yeah, and I especially want to talk to Matt, because he was on my podcast like 4 years ago.
Oh, wow. Yeah,
See if
no,
he
he's
still
got quite a
remembers
line actually already this morning, so you might have to. It sort of goes that way a little bit.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Might have to figure that out. But yeah.
I see. Coming up, question number 6. Natalie Andrewson, the creators of the image series Wayward, Stephen Cummings and Jim Zub, and more. But first, if you value the content on Deconstructing Comics, Critiquing Comics, and To the Bat Polls, and want to help us move up to bigger and better things, how about donating a few bucks a month via Patreon at patreon.com/deconcomics. If everyone listening gave just $3 a month, it would make a big difference. We'd be able to reach several of our Patreon goals and bring you more content. There are over 120 episodes that are currently missing from our website, which we'll gradually make available again as we reach our upcoming goals. The first goal is just $9 away, so how about helping us out? We'd really appreciate it if everyone pitched in a few bucks a month to get us to those goals so we can re-release those early episodes.
I'm Batman.
And I'm Robin.
This is Tim.
And this is Paul.
To the Bat Polls! The iTunes reviews are in on To the Bat Polls podcast. A terrific podcast, raves Got a Rugrat, that brings review, film analysis, and sociological impact to episode-by-episode musings without ever losing the feeling of two brothers with towels tied around their necks, running through the backyard. Unmissable.
Exquisite.
You've heard the reviews, now try it for yourself. New episodes on the first, third, and fifth Thursdays of the month on iTunes or Stitcher, or at tothebatpolls.libsyn.com.
Wild!
For nostalgia, analysis, and fun, it's
To the Bat Polls.
Okay, here's someone we talked to before, Petar Tasev.
Yes, you can call me Peter or Petar, as is the Bulgarian pronunciation. Okay.
And you're from Bulgaria.
Right.
Now, you were just telling me last year you were here as a guest. Were you over there and talking in the mic, or?
No, I was just like a guest of the show. I was part of the public.
Oh, I see.
Yes.
You were just kind of walking around with everybody else.
Oh, yes.
You didn't have a table or anything.
Oh, yeah. I had the table the previous 2 years, but I didn't sell my stuff. So now I have my own first book, full of my artworks, cartoons mostly. I think it's pretty fun.
Okay. Ideas from the top of my head. Okay. So this is just, illustrations?
Cartoons. I think each one of them you can find something interesting or funny about it.
Some sequential art in here too.
Of course, yes. It wouldn't be a manga festa without some sequential art.
Right, yeah. Some of the people here, like mostly illustrators. And I'm like, do you have any like comics? I want to see comics.
Yeah, I thought so too, but I decided not to pursue comics at present because it takes too much time.
It does take time.
And I don't have it right now, but at least I can make something interesting and funny every day. So that's what I've been striving to do. And this book here is like the physical representation of that.
I see. Okay, great. And what's your website?
Oh, it's petartasev.net.
Petartasev. PETARTASEV.net.
Yeah, so this is my new book.
Okay.
For this
So Jeremy Lambros.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. So Citizen Spaceman. What is this about?
So this is a new series that I've started, and it's just a kind of sci-fi little fantasy story about a lost character, and it was just kind of a way for me to write some of my thoughts and ideas about living abroad and kind of being lost and out of your culture, out of your element. So so it's a new book, and it's bilingual. So I'm working with Hana to create both a Japanese version and English version all in one issue.
I see. So it's all together in the same
and so
same book.
So the design meets in the middle. The climax of the story meets in the middle.
I see.
Yeah. So to try to be able to serve a few audiences and people enjoy, especially in Japan, enjoy the bilingual element.
Yeah, I see. Okay. Yeah, and I was trying to remember the name of it.
I think it was
Domestic Abuse.
Yes, right.
Yeah, because I've been reading it on Go Comics since
Oh,
then.
wonderful!
Yeah.
Oh, thank you. Oh, that's great.
Yeah, sometimes I think about it a little bit, like what's going on here, but
yes.
But yeah, so how often is
It's
that
twice
come
a week.
out?
It's
Twice a week.
Tuesday and Thursday. Yeah.
Okay.
On Go Comics. Yes.
I'm always running behind on reading them, so I don't really keep track of what days it appears. Like, there's that again. Okay.
Yes. Oh, great. Well, thank you. I'm very glad. I'm very glad you're reading. Yeah.
All right. And what's your website?
Oh, my website. So for this comic, it's citizenspaceman.com, and then you can also go to abusecartoons.com for my domestic abuse.
So I'm with question number 6. Start playing the prisoner theme behind you. Okay. So what do you have here today?
I made a new original comics, and this is a share house with a giraffe. And it's a story about share house with a giraffe. And this is my new items, and it's, how can I say?
Yummy brain. For zombies or?
Yes. The theme is American horror.
American horror.
American girl have a brain on her head.
Okay. Yeah, so come on, zombies, come and eat me. But it's the cutest version of that I've ever seen.
Thank you. I like it.
Yeah, okay. Now, you've been doing some, like, covers lately, right? For, like, Doctor Who stuff or whatever?
Yes. My new variant covers of Doctor Who comics will be released next November and December.
Okay.
So this is my 10th variant covers.
10th variant covers. Wow. Okay. Yeah, great. Now, who's publishing that? What's the publishing company?
Titan Comics.
Titan Comics. Okay. Now, is that based in the UK? Or?
Yes, maybe UK.
Okay, because I don't recognize the name, but.
Okay.
But I think the stuff's coming out in America from somebody.
But actually, they sell in America. Mostly sales in America.
I see. Okay. Great. So, yeah. Okay, and
my original new stationery series will be released in Japan.
Stationery series. Wow.
And
okay.
file folders and postcards and notes.
Notebook. Okay. Yeah. So you do the cover, and then inside it's kind of graph paper.
Yes.
Okay. So this is for people to draw or to make maps, or
it's up to you.
Okay. All right. And what's your website?
Okay.
What's your website?
It's my website is on Tumblr, and
that's right, on Tumblr.
It's easiest way is just Google question number 6.
Yeah. Okay. question-no6.tumblr.com.
Please check it.
Okay. That's my business card, not my art card.
but that's
Stephen Cummings.
You can contact me with that email if you want.
Right. Okay. Yes. So we saw you a couple of years ago, and you were on the podcast on Skype. So what's new since then?
Well, we're still continuing Wayward. Issue 17 comes out, I think, in a week for North American stores. I'm about to start issue 20, and we're already talking about the fourth arc, which will be 21 through 25. We're busy with Wayward. As always, the reception it's really humbling because I spend all day long looking at it, and so at the end of the day, I'm just like, man, I'm sick of this thing. And then when people buy it and they're actually excited to read it, I'm always
it's something new to them that they haven't seen it. But
yeah, and it's a weird disconnect.
Yeah,
but I'm really appreciative of it because it gives me a reason to get up every day and sit in my chair.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, even as sick as you get of it, somebody's still going to enjoy it. So.
Which is the best part.
Yeah.
People actually care enough to ask questions, and to sometimes you'll see online they'll have theories about which direction things are going, and every now and again they get it right, which is really scary. But we're pushing forward with Wayward. It's a fun ride. This is the Japanese version, by the way. We just made a Japanese version on our own. Because a lot of readers were buying it. Because a lot of readers in Japan are buying it because it's set in Japan, but they can't. A lot of them can't read it because it's in English. So we made a Japanese version for them.
Okay. Now, are you self-publishing this, or how is this?
No, this is coming out through Image, and I actually don't have any. Okay. I don't have any of the trades with me. My partner over there is underneath the Canadian flag, Jim.
Yeah, I know he was one of the TCAF people.
Yeah, and so he's got copies of it.
Okay. Yeah, or else I'm sure it's on Comixology or something.
As a matter of fact, it is, yeah.
So I've been trying to be relatively paperless with my comics lately because I live in Japan.
Oh, I have the same problem.
Okay.
So that's issue 5. That's a ways back, just on the top of the stack. But so it's out by Image. It's monthly. The third trade came out this year. The fourth trade comes out in, I think, February. Although if I'm wrong, I'm sorry. And we're already planning through 5, and we've already lightly touched on 6, and what we're going to blow up and what we're going to introduce, and what folklore we can make our own, and it's keeping us busy, which is great. And like I said, the response is always just really energizing.
Yeah, sure. Okay. So you're just focused on this these days? You're not doing anything for Marvel or whatever you were doing before? I forget what it was now. What title it was that we talked about?
Oh, I don't remember.
A few years ago. But
I turn down all the offers that I get for other work because I just want to do this. To be very, very, very realistic, this is our book, and it's because it's through Image, we own all the rights.
Sure.
Therefore,
it's a disincentive to do work for hire.
At the moment it is, because this is going really well. And if I do a Marvel book, I'll get a page rate, but this I own and control.
On the table, but
but this we own and control. If it's Marvel, they kind of tell us what to do with their characters. They know what's coming up, and while I don't mind that, it's fun to draw. It just at this point in time, I really enjoy doing this, where we have all the control. But that also means we do all the work.
Right.
Yeah. There's no editor. There's no people doing graphics. There's no people doing marketing, advertising. We got to do all that stuff. And so it's a bit of a job.
So what does Image offer then? What's the good deal about putting it out that way?
Image, first of all, is about creator-owned. And so they'll take a creator-owned pitch. They have a really good distribution, and they don't keep any of the rights in terms of the IP rights. They want a piece of the doing foreign language editions, but because they are putting this out to begin with in English, I don't mind them getting a cut of the foreign language editions. But all the rights, for instance, if we wanted to make Wayward the Broadway play, if we wanted to make Wayward the Lunchbox, we have those rights. So we don't have to split or share.
Right, but then compared to self-publishing, you got much better distribution with them.
Oh, of course, because they do it for us, and
it gets in previews and gets on Comixology.
It's on Comixology. It's on Google Play. They have their own Image Direct digital download store of some kind. Because they print so many books, there's some kind of economy of scale that helps everybody.
So it keeps the price down for the consumer.
Yeah, that's what I've been told, and it seems to be working that way for us. It is ultimately a really good deal because they let you have creative control. They're willing to allow you to do things and to go in ways that, a Marvel or a DC might not want you to do.
Sure.
So it's a really wonderful trade-off. But of course, the trade-off is you're getting a royalty, not a page rate technically, and you're also you got to do all the work.
Yeah.
So those are the trade-offs. But if you're willing to take that, it's a great deal. Of course, it is like investing. It could tank. No one could read it. So all your hard work will be for nothing. But if you even have like a moderately successful book, and we're only a moderately successful book, it works out in the long run. And ultimately, even if I don't get rich, having the control, I love to get rich, but having the control is really, really gratifying. Because it makes you wake up and think, not, oh my God, I got to draw more of that, but instead, okay, I'll draw that. That'll be fun.
Okay, great. Yeah, can I keep this?
Yeah.
Okay.
I can give you a handful if you want.
I'll read number 5 and see if I want to go back and read 1 to 4.
Actually, if you go over to Jim, he's got some number 1s. Just tell him I said to give you one. Because those are my comics anyway.
I see. Okay.
Yeah. Anyway, thanks for stopping by. If you want to chat online or something, let me know.
Okay. And what's your website?
Actually, I don't have a website.
Don't have a website right now.
I have a fan page on Facebook, but
okay.
My name's Stephen Cummings.
Stephen Cummings.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, so this is Jim Zub. How are you doing?
I'm doing well, and yourself?
Okay, now you're here at the TCAF table, so I take it you're from Canada.
That's right, I'm from Toronto, Canada.
Okay, and so what's your day job? How do you spend most of your work time?
So I actually teach art and animation in my day job, and then I also work in comics, usually writing.
Okay.
So I do writing for Marvel, DC, IDW, and I have my own creator-owned series at Image Comics.
Okay, so you're the writer of Wayward, right?
That's right.
Okay, and Steven's
writer and co-creator, that's right.
Okay, and you're drawing Samurai Jack here as we speak.
Yeah, so my background's in animation, and I worked on the Samurai Jack comic series, so I'm just doing up a sketch cover for someone here.
Okay, cool. Yeah. Okay, looks like you've done something for Marvel here. There's a Winter Soldier.
Yeah, I'm writing Bucky right now in the Thunderbolt. Oh, I've sold out of it. In the Thunderbolt series, and also the Winter Soldier, so it's good fun.
Oh, so are you writing that? The Thunderbolts?
Yeah, I'm writing the new Thunderbolts.
Yeah, I've been reading that.
Oh, cool. I'm glad. I'm having a blast working on it. It's been a ton of fun.
Yeah, it's been interesting. I didn't read the thing that fed into it, but I haven't had any trouble keeping up with it.
No, we try and make sure that each issue is pretty... We get you caught up. Everyone's motivations are quite clear, and all the stuff that led to Avengers Standoff, we present it pretty clearly. So
yeah, and it's been nice to see those characters again, because I was always a Thunderbolts reader in the past.
Yeah, it's been great. We've got in February, it's the 20th anniversary of Thunderbolts.
Wow.
So we've actually got a special anniversary.
Thanks for making me feel old.
Oh, me too, trust me. Really looking forward to that. We're going to have a special issue and all sorts of big event stuff coming.
Okay, great. What is this? Makeshift Miracle?
Makeshift Miracle was actually my first comic series that I did back in 2001 to 2003, and that's a re-release of it that we did a few years back.
Okay. And what's this about?
It's sort of like a surreal coming-of-age story. So the way I sort of say it's like Sandman meets Stand By Me. So.
I see.
Yeah.
Okay. Great. So... And where are you on the web? Where can people find you?
Just jimzub.com.
Okay.
So JIMZUB.com. On there, I've got obviously interviews and previews of my work, but I also have tutorials about how to write comics and some of the economics of creator-owned work. So all kinds of different resource material for people who want to make comics as well.
Okay, great. Maybe sometime in the future we can talk on Skype about that more for the podcast.
That would be wonderful.
Okay, great. Okay, still at the TCAF table, and this is Ivan Brandon. How are you?
Yes, I'm the honorary Canadian because I'm actually from New York.
Okay. So what have you got here today? Most of it's sold, I guess.
Yeah, this is like my fourth event in Tokyo this weekend, so unfortunately I've mostly sold out, but What I have left is my Drifter book, which is an Image Comics series, ongoing series that I do a science fiction series with artist Nick Klein, and I've done any number of things for Marvel and DC over the years.
I see. Okay. Now, do you live in New York now?
Yes.
Okay. What's your day job? What do you do with most of your work time?
This is it.
I
write.
All right. Awesome. Okay. And where are you on the web?
Just at Ivan Brandon on most social media or ivanbrandon.com.
Okay, here's another familiar face, Mr. Chikuhama.
Yes.
How are you doing?
Fine, thank you.
Okay, and what are you selling today?
日本語でもいいですか?
Well, I could translate it maybe. Yeah.
Shiritori.
Shiritori. I remember this book. Yeah. Momichi. So autumn leaves.
New comic.
New comic.
Yeah, Japanese.
Okay, so we've got. Is it nasu? Is she an eggplant or?
Kappa.
Oh, she's a kappa. Okay. Oh, sure. All right. So Kappa is a mythical Japanese character, and Kappa is holding a kind of pan to catch falling leaves in, and a frog is also doing the same. And so inside they're cooking the leaves and sticking them in a scrapbook and clothing a panda with them, various uses for autumn leaves, I see. For Halloween, she's got leaves. Is this a girl?
No.
What boy? This Kappa, he stuck all these leaves to himself as a Halloween costume. And then the frog did the same thing. Okay. All right. So this is interesting because we've got now is this a separate story up here? It's like two stories running concurrently as you turn the pages.
And remove reform.
And then they're putting green leaves back onto the tree with strings. Okay, and then decorating it as a Christmas tree. Okay. And the frog. What happened to the frog here?
Yes, rain. Frog is like rain.
Rain?
Rain.
Okay, so the frog caused rain to fall on the tree. Okay, well, we've got up in the clouds, we've got a kind of a little ogre with a watering can blowing or causing rain to come down. Okay. Oh, and then it's Merry Christmas at the end. I see. Okay, great. Interesting. Yeah. And so let's see. Your website is chikuhama.com.
Yes.
Okay, people can take a look at Momiji.
Yes, thank you.
All right, thank you. Well, it seems like every 6 months or so I'm doing a comics show and Natalie Andrewson is there. Hi.
Yeah, hi. Good to see you again.
Yeah. So what's new since Mocha?
Oh my goodness. Okay, so yeah, I did this book called Swim Team Superstar. And it's about a girl who is on the swim team. She's like, young and kind of hates it, kind of loves it. I don't know, I was on the swim team when I was a kid and I had very mixed emotions about it. But I just wanted to do a fun and kind of endearing, similar to Big Sister, where it's just, kind of slice of life, like fantasy slice of life. Like in the first panel, she says that she gets her powers from pixie sticks, her swimming powers from pixie sticks. So, I don't know, something like that.
I see. Okay, yeah, I remember Big Sister about your fictional Big Sister.
Yeah, my fictional Big Sister, yeah. What a Big Sister feels like, or would feel like if I had one. Kind of just a cool role model that's who's also magical. Yeah. But yeah, and I did Swim Team Superstar for SPX, which was in September.
Where is that held?
It's in Washington D.C. basically.
Okay.
Yeah, it's Bethesda, Maryland, but it's like Brooklyn to New York. Very very close.
I see.
Yeah, and just other little like prints and stuff. I'm in an Enya zine.
Enya?
Yeah, like the singer. Yes. My childhood, in a singer. Curated by Disa Valander. who is a Swedish artist, and I decided to print the piece that I sent to her really fast before Kaigai.
I see.
So yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and I'm doing the residency at SVA, risograph residency. So I get to print as much as I can, and I'm trying to explore risograph much more. So everything at my table today is risograph printed.
Yeah. Great.
Cool.
Okay.
It's cool because this is the birthplace of Rizzo. So there's lots of great. Yeah, we went to Paper Jam. No, not Paper Jam, Retro Jam.
What jam?
We went to Retro Jam.
Retro
which is,
Jam.
Yeah, it's a comic short. No, not comic store. It's a store for buying risograph prints as well as screen prints, and kind of like overall cool workshop space. They were selling really good paper there when I visited, and it's in Osaka. If you ever want to go check it out, it's really cool and has really beautiful work for sale, comics and prints and stuff. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. That's pretty much it. Other little things. Trying to do the online store.
Okay, and remind us all of your website.
Oh yeah, it's Natalie-Andrewson.com. If you just Google Natalie Andrewson, I think you'll be able to, everything. It's all like Tumblr and Twitter and stuff. Yeah.
Okay, here's another familiar face from Cat. Your name is
Loic.
Loic. Okay.
From France.
From France. Okay, right. And you've got a lot of postcards here.
Yeah, the postcards are from my friend Lucille, who is, I don't know, she disappeared, but yeah, I'm here, so it's okay. Oh, she's here. She's over there.
Oh, hi. Yeah, I think so. You were at Cat also, right?
Yeah, but
Cat,
she was just visitor.
I see. Okay. But so this is your work?
Yes, and the work of my friend who are not here.
Okay. So how many different people's work do we have here?
We are 5.
6 people.
Yeah. Plus Baptiste who is not here, so that's 6.
Okay. So now some of this yours?
Yeah, the book.
This book way over here, Pocahontas. Okay. And then.
And Tamia.
Okay. What's your work here?
This, and I work for this team.
Tairo. Now, Tairo is a collection of art, and there's some comics in here. Okay. Now, is this? There are a lot of several different artists in here. 4. Okay. I see. Okay. Cool. I should list everybody's website. Do you have like a list of everybody's websites or something?
Last time I gave them.
Yeah, well, some of it I probably have from before.
I can give them the podcast.
Yeah.
My name is Andrea Nagai.
Okay, so you live in Japan?
I do, in Kamakura.
Kamakura, okay. That's not too far from here.
Not too far.
And you're sitting here doing ink print business cards. What's the right word for this?
Well, in Japanese, it's keshigomu hanga.
Okay.
So hanga is like a wood block print, but keshigomu is just rubber.
Okay, so
and I'm also doing
print.
exactly rubber block prints, mini, and digital prints. Digital prints.
Digital prints.
Yes.
Okay. All right. So you got various kind of illustration stuff here.
Yes.
This is a character from Lupin.
Yeah, this is Jigen Daisuke. I love him.
Yeah, I've seen it, but somehow I've never really gotten into Lupin. But
when I first was introduced to it, I didn't think I would either. I really didn't care for the physical drawing style or the kind of the wacky yet somewhat mature storyline. And then a few years later, I watched it again, starting with the movies, not the TV show. And I just liked it more and more and more, in particular, Jigen.
I see.
He's a cool cat.
Have they ever published that in English?
Oh, sure.
Okay.
The anime too. That's definitely in English. It's huge. It's the 45th anniversary this year.
Yeah, I just haven't paid that much attention. I've seen it in Japanese. I've never seen it in English.
Uh-huh.
I did see them. I guess there have been 2 movies. I saw both of the crossovers with Conan.
That was recent, yeah. There are about 20 movies, I think.
Okay.
They're playing all of them this year because it's the anniversary.
Yeah. But I saw the second crossover first, and then there was another one. And
I would say
because there were some
you
references.
Start with the crossovers.
There were some mentions of the first crossover in the second one, and it was like, what's going on here? What's this all about? And my kids are like, there was another one before this. Oh.
Yeah, it's okay. You should really start with the Ghibli one. Ghibli made, I think, the first one or one of the first ones.
I've seen.
That one's
there's
really
no Conan in that one, but the Miyazaki Lupin movie.
And of course,
I've seen it in
Monkey
Japanese.
Punch, they do make a few of the others. Monkey Punch themselves. And they're always high quality. Well, some of them are hit and miss. They really are. But a lot of them are great.
All right. So what else work do you do here?
Well, in my free time, so I am a freelance illustrator.
Okay.
That's what I do. And I also teach, but I'm weaning off of that job and trying to do...
Teaching English?
Yep.
Yeah, okay.
Trying to do pure art.
All right. Yeah, that's always kind of, the fallback if you're not making money doing what you want to do. Let's teach English.
Well, it was my first dream in life to be a teacher.
Well, yeah.
And people told me, well, you should be an artist. And I said, an artist? That's not in the list of jobs that you ever learn that you can be when you grow up.
Right, yeah.
And so I never, exactly. I thought, how does an artist help people? And how do they make money? Shouldn't I be a doctor? And then my dad said, well, that's nice, but this is something that you're obviously able to do. So you can do this, and it just never really stuck with me as a possibility for a job.
Yeah.
And so I never seriously pursued it. And I couldn't afford art school, so I went to a regular school for graphic design, the safe option. And I also studied in Japanese and ended up moving to Japan, where I could be a teacher and use my Japanese and work on art in my spare time. And finally, I've been working towards art as a full-time thing.
Sure, okay. And so you're doing a lot of these rubber block prints, it looks like.
Yeah.
And then the digital ones, are you making this completely in the computer, or is some of this you scan something? And
this one was scanned.
Okay.
This is done by hand with real ink, and then I colored it on the computer.
Sure, okay.
And of course, everything else is drawn on the computer. I prefer to do traditional, but that's not really the way the world works right now. And so I've been teaching myself digital over the last few years.
Cool. And do you have a website?
It is on my card, yes.
On your card.
It's Art Station, Staticat.
Staticat.artstation.com.
That's right.
Okay. Cool.
So Staticat, that's this character.
I see. With the cat with the lightning bolt landing on his head.
That's her right there.
Oh, it's hidden in here?
Yep, you see her? She's on the tree.
Oh, okay. Yeah, a little tiny cat on a branch.
Yes.
Okay.
That's the moment before the strike.
Before the lightning strikes.
Exactly.
Okay. All right.
My name is Martin Faynot. I'm French.
Okay. And so you were just telling me you did some comics illustration for French study booklet for NHK?
Yeah, exactly. Actually, I appeared on the French TV show on NHK.
You were on the show yourself?
Yes, I was on the show actually 4 years ago, and but I happened to be illustrator, so they asked me to do some illustrations, and from that point I started to do a graphic novel called French Dad in Japan, which is about basically being a dad in Japan and talking about the differences.
Okay, so this is you on the cover.
Exactly.
Yeah, the same hairstyle.
Yes, I don't know why, but I happened to get the Tintin's hair on same haircut.
Okay.
So thanks to my hairdresser.
You're not blonde, but yeah.
Exactly. Yes, I should become blonde.
Yeah, there you go. Okay. And so how are you putting this out? Is this self-published or?
Yeah, this one is self-published, but the story about French Dad in Japan is planned to be published in a real book in NHK Publishing next year. So it's like a preview.
I see.
I made this especially for the festival, the Kaigai Manga Festa. But yes, it's kind of bonus, and it includes some other stories and illustrations.
Okay. Yeah, so you've got some just like drawings of scenes in Japan.
Oh yes, I really love being in Japan, and I like to draw cityscapes, especially for Shitamachi town.
Yeah, I was just going to say, this looks like the Shitamachi area,
I love
the
Jimbocho
old
and
part of Tokyo.
Area, yes, I love to draw them, and they are in a bigger size, but I just sell the postcards here, so yes. It was for an exhibition a few years ago.
I see.
So yes, I try to have at least 2 or 3 styles, different styles at the same time.
I see. Yeah. Okay. And what's your website?
My website is www.cafemarutan.com. It's spelled CAFEMURUTAN.
Yeah, okay.
If I make no mistakes.
Yes, Cafe Marutan.
Actually, Marutan is the Japanese pronunciation for Martin, which is my first name. So,
or in English, Martin.
Martin, exactly. Yes.
Thanks to everyone I talked to for this episode. I hope you all made a profit at Kaigai. Write us at mail@deconstructingcomics.com or look us up on Patreon, Twitter, Tumblr, Facebook, and YouTube. All our social media links can be found on the right sidebar at deconstructingcomics.com. Also, please give us a review on iTunes or Stitcher. Our theme is from bensound.com. I forgot to mention last week that my appearance on the Songs You're Sick Of podcast is up. I talked with host Joe Dater about Styx's 1983 hit Mr. Roboto. Of course, Joe is the New Yorker cartoonist who I interviewed on Deconstructing Comics a couple weeks ago. Check out songsyou'resickof.com or in iTunes or other podcast sources. Also, Mulele's latest Kickstarter project is running now for Mindgator number 2. Get all the details at mulele.com. Last Thursday on Critiquing Comics, right here in this podcast feed, Mulele and I discussed the conspiracy theory board game comic Esoteric Dialogue number 1. If you're looking for some constructive feedback on your comic, send it to us at mail@deconstructingcomics.com, and please try to keep it to about 30 pages. This coming Thursday on To the Bat Polls, we find ourselves with actual new content to discuss. Specifically the new animated movie Return of the Caped Crusaders, featuring the voices of Adam West, Burt Ward, and Julie Newmar. Plus, we get a huge delivery of great Batmail from our listeners, answering some of our burning questions about details of certain Batman episodes. Look up To the Bat Polls wherever you find your podcasts, or at tothebatpoles.libsyn.com. Next week, part 2 of my visit to Kaigai Manga Festa, including Graham McNee, and featuring interviews with Matthew Forsythe and Carl Kerschel. Till then, this is Tim, and thanks for listening to Deconstructing Comics.